Hello everybody, Terry back again, another video. Alright guys, some of you are wanting me to do a preview on the ATP Tour Finals in Turin. The last tennis tournament of the year that we have, at least when it comes to single players and not nation team. So this is the top 8, the best 8 players in the world. They are playing the last tournament of the year, and who do I think will come through? Who do I think will be dangerous? Who do I think will be the last man standing in the end when it's all said and done? This is not easy to predict, this is not easy to preview, this is not easy to know. It is like shooting in the dark, because all these players are really good, obviously, because they are, all of them are top 10 in the world, because we all know that Taylor Fritz, he came in because of Carlos Alcaraz was injured and couldn't play. He saw Carlos Alcaraz, he withdraw, so Taylor Fritz took his place. We have on one group, the red group, Novak Djokovic and all the other Russian players, if we can call Tsitsipas a Russian as well, because we all know Tsitsipas is not Russian, but his mother is Russian, I believe. Anyway, but Rublev and Medvedev are really Russians. So Djokovic is in that red group with Rublev, Medvedev, and Stefanos Tsitsipas. I'm sorry, my friends, I'm a little sick. And then we have on the green group Rafael Nadal with FAA, Taylor Fritz, and who is the fourth player there? Casper Ruud. So there we have the groups, my friends, all around the world. We have the red group and we have the green group. According to me, the red group is the more tougher group. That is, according to me, that is my opinion. Because on the red group, we have 3 players who has won this event before, which is of course Djokovic, Medvedev, and Tsitsipas on the red group. On the green group, neither of those players has ever won this event in their careers. That's one reason. The other reason is, according to me, on the red group, it is, I don't know, those players who are there, they just feel more dangerous indoors. Especially Djokovic and Medvedev. Tsitsipas also can be some kind of, he's kind of also a little dangerous indoors. So that group seems more tougher for me. If you look at the green group, who is dangerous indoors? Who is dangerous indoors on the green group? Mostly only FAA. Is Rafa Nadal dangerous indoors? No. Is Casper Ruud dangerous indoors? No. Is Taylor Fritz dangerous indoors? No. So the only player who is dangerous on the green group is FAA indoors. Anyway, let's get to this preview, who I believe will advance from these 2 groups. And I will do a top 4 favorite list. The players that I believe will advance, the players I believe will come through. Because we all know we have 2 players on each group who goes to the semifinals. Alright guys, without any further ado, because I cannot do this video for too long because I'm not feeling good, I just am doing this video because I have had some comments and some of you say, please Inter, do a preview about the ATP Tour Finals in Turin, and I want to do it. I want to make people happy. So on a 4th place on this top 4 favorite list, I have Rafa Nadal on the 4th place. Rafa Nadal, he's in the group with Fritz, Casper Ruud, and FAA. I believe Rafa Nadal, he can take Fritz and Casper Ruud. That's my feeling, because I don't trust in Fritz and Casper Ruud on these indoor conditions. And they have not had the greatest, they are not in the greatest shape or form the last couple of, say, 2 months. Rafa Nadal is not good either indoors. He's not. So that group really is a mess. To me, It can go. It can really, everybody can advance in that green group. It really can, everybody. Casper and Taylor can advance. Those two can easily be on the top of that group. Fritz and Nadal can be easily on the top of the group. FAA and Nadal can be easily on top of the group. FAA and Fritz, FAA and Casper. Who bloody know? Who bloody hell knows? It is really like a shooting in the dark. It is like guessing. But if I can guess, I will take Nadal. It is after all Nadal. He has not looked super good the last couple of, say, 2 months. When did Nadal last time looked good? Wimbledon, before he got hurt against Taylor Fritz in that quarterfinal. He at least won 5 matches there. What has Nadal done since Wimbledon? He didn't do great in Cincinnati. He didn't do great in US Open. He didn't do great in Paris. So Nadal last 3 tournaments has not been great, to say the least. But I will take Nadal. It is Nadal. He's still, after all, hungry. He has never won this tournament. I don't think he will win it either. I don't think he will win it now either. And he's chasing that year-end #1. So that is a motivation as well. So I will say Nadal on the 4th place. Not confident at all in Rafa. On the 3rd place, this is a player who is not from the green group. Alright, so this is a player who is a semi-finalist as well, but not from the green group. It is from the red group. On the 3rd place, actually, I have Daniil Medvedev. I think Daniil Medvedev will advance from the red group. I think he has chances. He has not had the greatest year either, a la Nadal. And a la Nadal. I should not say so. Nadal has had a great year. It was not like what I meant. I meant that Nadal has not had the greatest 2 last months. That's what I meant with the tournament where he got pretty early upset in Cincinnati, US Open and Paris Masters. So, but I mean, Medvedev has not had the greatest year. He has not won a Masters, if I'm not mistaken, and he has not won a Grand Slam. And that I'm pretty sure. I'm sure about both of them. Medvedev has not won either a Master or a Grand Slam this year. He's not had the greatest year, Medvedev, to be quite honest. Nadal has had a much better year than Medvedev, with 2 Grand Slam tournament wins that Nadal has had this year, Australian Open and the French Open. Anyway, Medvedev is a pretty good indoor player. He has a big serve. He hits flat. He has good returns. He should be rewarded with that big serve Medvedev has on these indoor conditions. You know what? You know what indoor tennis means about? Do you know what indoor tennis is all about, my tennis fans all over the world? Serve, return. If you have these 2 good things, you will come far with your tennis. That's why Nadal has never won this event. He doesn't have the greatest serve. He doesn't have the greatest returns. He has great returns, Nadal, but not indoors. He just doesn't have the timing. He doesn't stay close enough to the baseline to return. He stays far back, and when he returns, those balls land short, and then people attack him and they punish him. That tactic works for Nadal on clay, but not on the faster conditions like this in indoor hard courts. Anyway, I think Medvedev can make it to semi-finals, and Medvedev is on my 3rd place. On my 2nd place, we are done with the semi-finalists. Nadal on the 4th place, Medvedev on the 3rd place. The reason why I've Medvedev higher than Nadal and both of them are semi-finalists is because I am more confident in Medvedev making it to the semi-final than I am confident in Nadal making it to the semi-final. That's why I have Medvedev higher than Nadal. Now we are on the top 2, the highest favorites that I have. On my 2nd place, the player that I believe will make it to the final, all the way to the final, I believe it will be FAA. I don't know. I just have a feeling. I have hyped FAA in the past. A couple of years ago, I've said, you have followed my channel, this will become a big player in the future. He disappointed me. It took a while for him to win a tennis title. It took. He lost a lot of finals before he finally won his first title, which he did earlier this year, in the beginning of the year. And now he has won all 4 titles. He has won 4 titles this year in total, FAA. And now, just recently, he has won 3 straight tennis titles. 3 consecutive straight tennis titles. FAA. So he has played really good tennis the last couple of months. Felix Aliassime. And he has a great serve, great forehand, so he does a lot of damage with his first serve plus game. He really does. Has a decent second serve, decent returns, not the greatest backhand, great hands at the net. FA should do a lot of damage on these conditions, guys. He really should do. And he's in great shape. And he's in good... He's the... According to me, he is in the easiest group. According to me, the red group is much tougher than the green group. So, he's in the same group as Nadal, Fritz, and Ruud. FAA should really come out of this group. He really should come out of this group. I feel that way anyway. So, I have FAA as high as number 2nd. I believe he can make it to a final. FAA is on my 2nd place. And the player I believe will win this event, the player who has won this event most of all the players that are in this field, he's not the breaking player who has won this event most times. That player is Roger Federer with 6 times. The player I'm talking about is, of course, Novak Djokovic, who has won this event 5 times, but now it was a very, very long time ago where he won it last time, which was 7 years ago, back in 2015. But I think it is time for Novak Djokovic to win his 6th title in his career in this ATP Tour Finals. I think he's hungry. I think he's well rested. He has had a really up and down year. He has not been able to play all the tennis tournaments that he has wished, of the circumstances that we all know, which I will not even go into why. We all know why he has not played all the tournaments that he has wished to play. So he will be really well rested and he's in good shape. I really liked his tennis, what he did in Paris. He should have never lost that final against Holger Rune, but all credit to Holger Rune, who did his greatest run of his career. If not, maybe not only of his, but maybe the greatest run that we have ever seen somebody do. He defeated top 10 players on the way. 5, that has never happened. I've seen players defeating 4 top 10 players on the way in winning a tennis tournament, but never 5. Holger Rune did that in Paris. So no shame for Djokovic to lose against Holger Rune in that tournament, but he should have never lost, considering how many chances Djokovic had in that final against Holger Rune. Anyway, and consider that he was a breakup in the 3rd set. So, but Djokovic was outclassed from Holger Rune in that final, which is really not normal seeing, because it is always the completely different way. It is Djokovic who outclasses his opponent and not vice versa. Anyway, I have Djokovic on my number 1 spot. I believe Djokovic is hungry. He's feeling confident. He's consistent. He has won. How many matches has he lost since French Open? 1. Don't count that match against Felix Aliassime in the Laver Cup. That is an exhibition tournament, according to me. He has lost only 1, and that match is against Holger Rune in the final. Besides that, he has cleaned up everything. He has won all the tournaments that he has played. All the tournaments that he has played since Wimbledon. So last time Djokovic lost a tennis match besides Holger Rune was French Open quarterfinal against Rafa Nadal. And then against Holger Rune in the final in Paris. So Djokovic is feeling confident. Djokovic is consistent at the current moment. Djokovic is playing good tennis. He's looking sharp. And indoor conditions, he's one of the greatest indoor players of all time, together with Roger Federer. One of the greatest tennis players of all time in indoor conditions together with Roger Federer. So Djokovic, I believe, is hungry. Djokovic, I believe, is motivated. Djokovic, I believe, is really sharp. And I believe that Novak Djokovic will be the player who will win this ATP Tour Finals in Turin. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you don't subscribe, see you next time. Peace.